Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for is finally here. Andrew Tate was confronted by our guy murdered with crayons, and of course, as expected, Andrew runs away like a coward with his tail tucked between his legs. But wait, it gets even better. His brother Tristan decides to come in afterwards to clean up the mess, only to run away as fast as his sorry little brother. Now, before I show you that glorious moment, it's important that we look at how all of this got started. On January the 5th of this year, 2025, Andrew Tate announced that he's going to run for Prime Minister in the next UK general election. And then he shortly released this video.
Ladies and gentlemen of the United Kingdom, my name is Andrew Tate. I'm the leader of the BRUV Party, Britain Restoring Underlying Values, and I'm here to introduce myself to you as the only hope and chance for the once great Britain to repair itself from the eternal decline we are unfortunately being subjected to.
Now, before we continue to what happened shortly after he released this video, it's important that I show you this tweet because this is the tweet that started it all. As you all know, around about somewhere in the month of December of 2022, Andrew Tate had converted to Islam. Now, most of us who know this sham knew it was just a front. We knew that he had no intentions on actually being a real Muslim, that this was all a front. Just like Sneeko, they are faking to become Muslim, and that the fact that Andrew knew he was going to jail is the reason why he converted. Now, a year after converting, on about November the 13th, 2023, he sent this tweet because he was quote tweeting Mayor Sadiq Khan on the same day in reference to Transgender Awareness Week. And this is what Andrew Tate said. England needs Islam to save itself from implosion. Would you rather your son come home and say he's a Muslim or that he's transgender? Now remember, he said this on November the 13th, 2023, that England needs Islam. But what happens after he says that he's going to run for prime minister under that fake BRUV party? Well, he comes out with this tweet, and this tweet was sent out January the 7th of this year, 2025. And it says, there is an Islamic crime problem within the UK. This is an objective fact. This should outrage Muslims. Instead, Muslims rush to deny this issue or defend the perpetrators. Rape is illegal in Islamic countries, punishable by death, as is illegally invading and occupying lands. Now, I don't know what he's talking about. This right here is nowhere in the Quran, so he's making that up. Anyway, you cannot enter Qatar or Bahrain illegally. There is a problem with Islamic crime which must be accepted before it is addressed. There is nothing that is worse for the reputation of Islam than watching Muslims defend child rapists. And you wonder why Islam is disliked in Christian nations. Now, he's supposed to be Muslim, right? Oh boy, let me tell you something. They did not like it. The Muslims was going after him, right? But I don't understand. How stupid can you be? Who in their right mind, except for these clowns, looked at Andrew Tate and said, yup, he's a real Muslim. This guy believes in nobody but himself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand how you guys don't understand a narcissist. Speaking of narcissists, guess who quote tweets him and says, true words, Elon, the single baby mama maker. Anyway, so I think 2 days later, this is on January the 9th, Andrew Tate doubles down, triples down, quadruples down. He is just not letting go about this whole grift of being the next prime minister and having this fictitious BRUV party that's never going to come into fruition, okay? This is all an act. Anyway, he says the UK is a Christian country. And underneath this, someone from Italy asked, Andrew, are you still a Muslim? And Andrew says, my personal belief has nothing to do with the fact that the UK is a Christian country. And what? Anyway, so that happened on the 9th. And then, of course, the following day, this
Andrew,
right here, Benny, the sleazeball Johnson, interviews Andrew Tate and tries to whitewash him as some martyr. And that didn't go down at all. So something happened that normally didn't happen before. You had the Muslims who were outraged first. Then you had the conservatives, followed by the Christians, and we all united together on Twitter to go after him. So, with the fact that the Muslims were angry first, they wanted Andrew to justify himself slandering Islam. So, a couple of the Muslims decided to create a Twitter space and invited Andrew and Tristan to join. And to our shock, they actually was there along with crayons. So let me just break down both of these setups for you because there's two clips I'm going to show you, okay? The first clip is going to have crayons confronting Andrew and then Andrew running away when I think the host asked, is it true that there's extradition papers for him to go to jail in the UK shortly after he finished his sentence in Romania? And then all of a sudden, Andrew is having technical problems and poof, he goes away. Same thing with Tristan. When Tristan is asked the same thing, all of a sudden, he goes quiet. All of a sudden, he's having technical problems and poof, he goes away. Both of them run away like cowards, and it made them look like the chumps that they are. You have to be the lowest of all low IQs to look at these two fools and think that, one, they're innocent, and two, to give them money, and three, to think that they are honest and genuine in anything that they say. Well, anyway, without further ado, let's look at both of those clips right now, starting with crayons and Andrew Tate.
I am so flabbergasted, truthfully, how I've become Earth's main character, where we have bimbos globally discussing me, pedophile accounts dedicated to try to take me down. It's incredible. For 3 years, it's fucking crazy. And everyone's like, did Tate do it? Did Tate do it? Fucking, why any of you give a fuck? I'm quite humbled, to be honest. Why some chick somewhere is going to sit 3 years after an arrest and talk about me? It's like I'm so adored. I'm so loved. It's incredible. So I've just joined the space. I'm not sure what the premise is, if Tate was guilty or not. I guess you're all going to have to continue to tune into the Tate Show, otherwise known as Planet Earth. But I am humbled and very thankful to the haters which keep this conversation alive, because the worst case scenario for me would have been to go to jail and deal with this crap and nobody talk about it and be stuck not being able to monetize it and utilize it. But the haters allow the discourse to continue, which makes me a load of money. And also it makes it very difficult for the Romanian state, which is corrupt, to just throw me in jail, because that was the initial worries, that they were just going to bang me up. But now there's so many eyes on it because of the haters. They're struggling to bang me up, as you can see, because their case is corrupt. So now everyone's looking at it, and every time a hater posts a video, someone who important replies, and they think they're hurting me, but those important people DM me, and now it's very difficult for the Romanian state to lie. I've done nothing wrong. You can dislike me. That's fine. I don't give a single, but I've done nothing legally wrong, because if I did, I'd be in jail. And Romania is probably the easiest place to possibly go to jail. And I'm not in jail, and they can't put me in jail. And their own judges keep letting me out. So this is a process which is taking a long time. That's true. But primarily now it's because of their elections. It's the reason they won't let me go. If it wasn't for the elections, I'd already be out of here. So I'm happy to actually answer some questions. If anyone has a good faith question, I'm happy to answer one or two of them. But I am just truly, I want to thank everybody for dedicating your lives to my criminal case. I mean, me personally, I'm busy getting rich, so I don't give a f about any of your criminal cases. I don't know who you are, what cases you're going through. I got shit to do. So,
All right,
like any
Andrew,
of you can
Look, he's growing some balls. Holy.
Hold on, one second. So appreciate you coming on the panel, Andrew. We got Murder by Crayons who wants to pose a question. So Crayons, go ahead.
Yeah,
Ah,
nice.
pedophile.
Yeah. Speaking of pedophiles, you've been charged with raping a 15-year-old. That's why you're on house arrest, and you're lying to your
You
fans, and
would
you
know,
know it.
huh?
And you know it.
Hello,
So
friend.
yeah, let's talk about
You're probably one of
pedophiles.
my most. You're one of my most dedicated fans. I haven't been
Yes.
charged with
You
that
have been
crime.
charged. I
Firstly,
have the documents. I have the documents. You've been charged.
secondly, no. I've not been charged in the
You
second
have been
trial.
charged. I
There's no
understand
indictment.
Yo,
Romanian
one at
law.
a
You've been
time, bro. One at a
charged.
time. Let him
You
finish.
haven't been indicted. You have been
Stop
charged.
lying, Andrew.
Wait, guys, hold on, one second. We're gonna keep this cordial. Andrew, you're gonna make a point, and then we're gonna go to Crayons. We're just gonna keep this cordial, so we can make this fair. But Andrew, you're welcome to make a point, and then we'll go to Crayons. It's a double
Go
mute,
ahead.
so go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Andrew. Gather your thoughts.
Yeah, guys, just keep this cordial. If it's fighting over, it's not gonna make the experience as good. So, Andrew, go ahead.
So he's checking with his attorneys right now to figure out how to handle this. So in Romania, you have
Shut up,
24
pedo.
hours after you've been detained. You have 24 hours, and they're going to charge you with the crimes.
One second, Sar,
He's been
can you unmute your
charged.
mic? Because
Oh
there's a
my
bad
god.
echo in the background. Just disconnect the Bluetooth. But while Tate unmutes, Brown, you can go ahead.
Yeah, is there still an echo?
No, you're good. It's just
Right.
Sar, just make
Okay.
sure you
Yeah.
can disconnect the Bluetooth if you unmute your mic. But Murder, go ahead, and then Tate can
Okay.
make his point.
So Andrew has been charged for sex acts with a minor who is 15 years old in the second case. He's not been indicted, but he has been charged. He's also been charged with trafficking a minor for allegedly putting a 17-year-old girl on webcam. Through letters rogatory, her home country has confirmed her age, and My Free Cams also confirmed when she created the account. So he has been charged. He's using the complexity of Romanian law to lie to everyone, to make them believe his case has been dismissed. He hasn't been charged. He's being held against his will. He's still under judicial control from the first case because it has not been dismissed. The prosecutor's rewriting the indictment. The second case is still under investigation, and he's under house arrest specifically for the 15-year-old that they're alleging that he had sex acts with, repeated sex acts.
You are so full.
I've got the documents, Andrew. I've got the documents.
That all you got, Andrew.
This
Prove it.
loser has dedicated
Prove it.
3 years of his life to
Prove it.
me.
Prove it. Prove it.
He can leave his house, Andrew.
I am gonna walk, and he is gonna cry, and it's gonna be the greatest day. And you know
Yeah.
what? I know things he doesn't know, and I'm gonna walk a lot sooner because I've done nothing wrong. The first
Yeah.
case was thrown out. You keep
Been saying
reading
that
off
for
a
3
piece of
years.
paper that a judge has already thrown out. You
They
dummy.
hasn't. They haven't thrown out anything, jackass.
You're
They
lying.
haven't thrown out anything.
Pedo,
This is
bro.
going to be a great day. Gentlemen,
Oh, it is.
all the women at home who are talking about me and saying maybe I have blackmail on important people, I know I'm a boss. I know you all want me. You can DM me anytime.
Andrew, quick question. Can you just confirm? So there was people making claims saying there's extradition cases that you've got in the UK. Just to confirm, in terms of Romania, this is the only case that you currently have. I think it's connecting.
Did you guys drop him? What the fuck?
No, we didn't.
He's still here.
Bro, you guys are really
Oh,
like, are you serious?
We haven't dropped him, bro. He dropped himself. Just chill,
That's
Tate.
stupid, bro. Like, honestly, bro.
And
Timu Tate, chill, man. We didn't
What do you mean,
drop Tate.
Timo Tate? You
Yeah,
guys
so
couldn't handle a space and don't know how to run in space?
Sad, bro, get your thoughts together. Why the we dropped Tate? We want to make a discourse happen between both of them. He dropped out of his own, as far as I know. So if he comes up, he comes up. Bro, like, just chill with the glaze, bro.
Just keep the momentum. He obviously, he came here because
Honestly,
he wanted to
instead
make a
of
couple
asking
statements.
questions about his case
yeah.
right now, we should have asked him questions
So
about,
Well, I mean, he dropped, bro.
Islamist
I mean, I
comments and
would
all
have.
that
I
stuff.
would
he
have
dropped.
100%. I wanted to ask him questions about him
Islam
combining
first,
Islam and
yeah,
crime.
before this.
But unfortunately, he
Yeah,
doesn't
let me
have
be.
the opportunity to. He dropped out of his own
Mhm.
volition. So if he
Anyways,
wants to
yeah,
come
Yeah,
yeah,
up,
he
he
whatever.
dropped
can.
out. And let me be very clear about something, guys. I have documentation from the Bucharest court to back up everything I'm saying. He's been lying to his entire fan base and to the entire world. The first case was not dismissed. The prosecutor is rewriting the indictment. He's under house arrest for allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old girl. I've got documentation. We get him from the Bucharest court. He's lying. He's such a crybaby, and this is why he ran out of the space. He's trying to get a judge to sign a subpoena to get my private information here on X and get my private DMs. He's literally paying lawyers to
But
screenshot
Murdercraft,
my
if that
posts.
was true, if he slept with a
Literally.
15-year-old, wouldn't he be in jail right now? Wouldn't he be
He's under house
actually?
arrest. He's under house arrest. That's close
Well,
enough.
he has a lot of cases that got dismissed
But I think the whole point is that, like, to be
Nothing was
honest,
because
I don't
dismissed.
think
that's some
anyone.
heavy
Nothing was dismissed.
accusations.
So I want to repeat what Crayons was saying. Nothing was dismissed. There was no case dismissed. And one thing that Tate is good for is to have his nut swingers in a lot of his spaces with him, to laugh with him, to clean up after he leaves, to act like he was pushed out of the space instead of leaving on his own like a coward. He also says a lot of lies. Actually, everything he said just now was nothing but a big fat lie. And these guys are just actors. They know that they're going to spend the rest of their lives in jail, and basically they're trying to throw anything to the wall to see if it sticks. And Crayons have the paperwork to prove that, one, the case was not dismissed, two, all the charges that he is now facing, and three, he is under house arrest. So he can't go anywhere. He said a couple of weeks ago, about last month, that the case was dismissed, but yet he hasn't left Romania, and his followers are too stupid to notice. But anyway, that was Andrew Tate. Let's listen to Tristan Tate come in, and although Tristan stays a little bit longer, it still doesn't end well with him. Check this out.
And in terms of what's happening with the case, there are two, each brother has two faces. They have the public face that they've been telling all of you guys, right? They want to drive people into the war room. They want to drive people into the real world. They're telling people that there's no victims. The whole thing is fabricated. We're going to tell you soon who rules the world. We're going to spill the beans soon. Like when Andrew came in here earlier, I don't know if you were in here, Kevin, when Andrew came in, but he keeps saying, "Oh, I know things that you don't know." He's been saying that for 2 years. So they keep saying this stuff publicly. However, in front of the judge, it's a totally different story. And you can go to the portal.ro or redress.ro. You can go through the court files. You can see the judicial decisions. You can see what their actual lawyers have said. You can see what the Tate brothers are saying. And what they're saying in front of the court is completely different than what they're saying
Awesome.
to everybody publicly.
So Crayons, just for the co-host, don't add anyone else up here. We're just gonna keep it between Crayons Gadget. Tristan, welcome to the space. How are you doing today?
I'm actually sitting in my house with one of my victims in this new case because these losers keep saying that there's so many victims and that there's numerous people who have been named as victims. They just literally wrote down every single girl that I know as a victim. Everybody I know was written down on this list, and everybody I know is defending me. So there are no victims at all. These guys are losers. They're lying. The first case has been completely dropped, no matter what they say. And I'm sitting here enjoying my lunch with one of my so-called victims.
So if you're first of all, Tristan, nice to meet you. Finally, I hope you get a fair trial. If you are dropped in the first case, why are you still under judicial control for the first case? Why was it just extended? Why are 5 of the women given statements against you in the first case? 4 of them are injured parties, civil parties. And so far, 7 of them in the second case have already given statements against you. And there's an extradition treaty or extradition order for you to be extradited to the UK for human trafficking when Romania's criminal proceedings have concluded. So for you to sit here and say,
Wait, did Murda cut out?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Murda, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
we
Go
can.
ahead.
Yeah. Tristan, I might agree with you and say, yeah, they might have wrote some of them in there, but I've looked at all of your files. I've looked at the unredacted indictment. I've looked at all the judicial motivations, everything unredacted. They have all the amounts that these people have made for you on OnlyFans and webcam. They have all the situations in terms of lover boy, false feelings, etc. And listen, if some of them are not legit, that's fine. But you and I both know that human trafficking is based on how you recruited them, how you deceived them into false relationships, how you sheltered them, and then coerced and manipulated them into sex work. And listen, I want you to get a fair trial, but you guys are pushing so much about your case. It's truly unbelievable. I don't want to share information about your case. Everything that we do is a reaction to your disinformation that you're pushing out there. And nice to meet you, by the way. Go ahead.
Thank you for your service. I appreciate you keeping my case in the forefront of the
Yes, sir.
conversation. As I said, the first case has been completely dropped. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody knows that DCOG get 5 days to fix the case, 5 days to repair it because it's full of errors. And yes, it is fake. It is fabricated. They translated things from English back to Romanian, back to English that read in a way that no English person would ever speak. So yes, the evidence was fabricated. So case 1 has been thrown out. Case 2 is going to be thrown out. I'm soon going to be completely free to travel anywhere I like. And I guess you're just going to have to melt down. I don't know where you get your information from, but I know things you don't. I'm going to be free very, very soon. And you can continue posting about me and calling me a human trafficker all you like. All of these women have come to knock at my house when I'm walking out in town. They wave at me and I have to walk the other way because I'm not allowed to talk to them. They all message me, call me, say, I can't wait till your case is over. I can't wait to meet up. Nobody has ever been human trafficked by me. It's nonsense. I'm going to be free very, very soon. I know things you don't. This is all going away. Like the first case has gone away. You know what? At least be honest. At least be intellectually honest. Because if the first case had been sent to trial, if they said this evidence is good, this file is good, it's now going to trial, you would be celebrating and jumping up and down. Look, the evidence was great. It's going to trial. But when they said this evidence is garbage, we're throwing this case away. Now you're telling me that the case hasn't been thrown away. You're telling people the case hasn't gone away. It has gone away and it's never going to trial. Why can't you at least take the L? I know that you don't know me and my life is all you care about and my life is your entire online identity. However, be intellectually honest and say, okay, well, the first case and it's not going to trial. If Romania convicted me of murder tomorrow, murder and drug dealing tomorrow, I would still be eligible to sue the Romanian state for the last 2 years of my life that they've wasted because the first case was actually thrown away. And you can live in your fantasy land where you think that this first case is somehow still existing, but it simply isn't. I'm going to be free very soon. You can mark my words, and it's going to be fucking hilarious. The first thing I'll do is check all of your accounts.
Yeah, let me reply to that. I've seen the judicial motivation. The only evidence that was removed from the case was 4 statements. All the other evidence passed.
The whole case has been thrown away. The whole
case
has
was
been
not
thrown
away, Tristan.
100%
Let me speak,
of
sir.
the evidence.
Let Tristan,
Yeah, when
no,
I
about the question, let Tristan answer without anyone interrupting. And Tristan, a question many people are asking, do you have any extradition cases or is there any risk of any extradition cases in the UK? Because a lot of people were saying, how can you get a political party in the UK when there's possible cases that you can be extradited for? Can you just confirm that position? But no one interrupt. Allow a civil, respectful, rational conversation to occur. Thank you. Tristan, I think it was a double mute.
Yeah, Tristan, do you want to unmute? It just takes a while. Go ahead, brother.
This question gets them quiet. Jeez.
No, it's just the mute, I think, happens quite a
Oh, it's
bit.
connecting.
Yeah, Tristan, you there? Okay, hold on. I think
So
Tristan.
while we're waiting for Tristan, I would love to ask Tristan this. Tristan, my DMs are open. My DMs are open, or you can post this publicly. Post the actual document that says the case was dismissed. Because the document that I have, and listen, feel free to correct me, brother. Correct me if I am wrong. Listen, if I'm giving wrong information, you can correct me. Show me the documents. Because the document that I have says the file was sent back to the prosecutor. And out of all
Murder, you cut out. Just quickly, co-host, please don't bring up anyone. I'm still gonna search for Tristan to come up. But in the meantime, we can go to Gadget while Murder has put his thoughts. So Gadget, you want to put your thoughts for Tristan if you'll come up?
I guess I'll start a question. If he's listening or comes up, we'll see if he does. But the question I have, I mean, why is he lying like a child? Why won't these boys just be men and grow up? But I wanted to point to a specific lie. He was on the Michael Franzese podcast around the middle of last year, and he was specifically talking about his incitement to violence charge. And he told Michael Franzese that this was simply him laughing with his girlfriend and saying, I'm going to... Whereas The text messages pulled from his devices very clearly show him telling Georgiana about a girl that didn't want to make photography for him anymore. Throw this girl out the house, hit her if you have to. You've seen me do this 100 times or 10 times, whatever number it was. See her respond saying okay, and then afterwards seeing her responding saying that she's done the job, and there's obviously evidence of Georgiana physically assaulting this woman at his demand. So I'm very curious about this specific liar. Why they preach, I guess, taking ownership as men, and as I do. So I don't know why he would lie about that in such a way. He could have just ignored that topic, since it's a very clear, in my opinion, example of evidence of a crime. But he may not come back.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I want to continue. I got the space crash on me. I want to say this, Tristan, I know you're listening. Andrew, I know you're listening. Show me the documents that show me your case was dismissed. Show me the documents where you've got all the girls saying you didn't do anything, because the documents that I have says that multiple women are ready to testify against you. They've already given statements against you, that your case was simply sent back to the prosecutor to fix these issues. He's rewriting the indictment. You're under judicial control for the first case. The case has not been dismissed, but prove me wrong. Post it publicly or send me the document. Prove us wrong, because the documents that I have say something completely different. Listen, if I've got this wrong, Tristan, show me the actual documents, because I can get a copy of that document that you show me to confirm it's real, and I will champion you. If I've got this wrong, I will go in your corner and I will turn my entire account around and say, oh my God, I've got the wrong set of documents. Here's what's actually happening. Until you do that, until you can do that or post them publicly, until you can do that, man, the documents that I have that have come, because you said, I don't know where you get your information from. I get my information directly from the Bucharest court. I get my information directly from the Bucharest court, where you make your statements, your lawyers make your statements, where you literally cried to the judge and said that the indictment was made public and it was ruining your life. That statement is literally by you in a document, and I posted it. So, brother, listen, prove me wrong, post the documents publicly, send them to me privately. My DMs are open because I have not blocked you. You've blocked me and Andrew blocked me, but you're not blocked. I'm open to discussion.
Yeah,
But prove us wrong.
I do want Tristan and Andrew to come up. Hopefully, if they are listening in Anon, feel free to come up. I'm gonna make this a very fair, neutral space. And I do have my own questions for Andrew, Tristan, specifically regarding the comments made about Islam, because me as a Muslim, and I know Tristan and Andrew is listening. I don't agree with the comments at all. Labeling our religion, complaining with crime, assuming that we're defending crime when we're not.
I'm going to end it right there. He just says that he wants Andrew and or Tristan to come back after running away and leaving the space without answering questions in reference to how they responded to the Twitterverse about Islam. As you can hear, Tristan started lying again. He was not there with one of his victims. His victims does not want to basically get in contact with him. They do not call him. They do not wave at him. He just made all of that up. He is not going to escape these charges, and those charges have not been dropped. Hence why he is not allowed to leave Romania. I want you to understand that Andrew Tate is under house arrest, while Tristan Tate cannot leave Romania. And the more and more these guys keep saying, oh yeah, the case is going to be dismissed. Oh, the case is dismissed. The second case is not dismissed. I mean, they can't keep up with their own lies. Andrew said that the case was dismissed. Tristan said that the case was dismissed, that was fabricated, was sent back to the court, and the second case is going to get dismissed. He still had pending cases. See, that's what I say, these guys can't even keep up with their lives. But anyway, that's enough from me. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give me a like, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.